a shimmer, glitter, shine. Pigment paste looking divine. Grab a cup and join the show. Homestead Resin with Bobby Joe.
Hello, welcome to Homestead Resin with Bobby Joe, and I'm Bobby Joe. Let's get started today. We have a lot of really exciting things to do. This is going to be a very unique pour for me, and I'm not sure how it's going to come out, but we're going to find out together. So the molds today that I'm going to be featuring are all from Glitz N'Glitter, from Don and Michelle. They make amazing molds, and I wanted to share just a few with you that I have never poured yet. So I have a nice selection of their molds because they make so many wonderful molds. If you haven't checked them out, do so at their eBay store. Glitz N'Glitter by Michelle. She has them all in there, and at the end of all of her videos, her eBay store is linked. So you could certainly find it that way. I will also leave a link for you in my description box as well. This is a soap dish bowl. Beautiful. I've seen it poured quite a few times already in translucence, and I've seen it poured in opaques. Many ways I've seen it poured, but I wanted to do something really different. So what I came up with is this. We're going to go back to our Would You Resin days here, and where we got a piece of the wood veneer. I already sprayed it both sides, 2 coats with Mod Podge to help us alleviate bubbles. That's going to go in the bottom, and we're going to do the sides. We're going to try to make them look like a metal. So what we're going to use is Dianka pours sterling silver. So we're going to do the sides sterling silver, and the bottom will be wood. And what we're going to do is we're going to do it in 2 pours because I want to be able to do the sides in that silver, but yet I don't want the silver to get underneath the wood. So we're going to pour the sides, and then we're going to let that cure, and then we're going to come back and finish that with the bottom layer being the wood. Okay, so you won't have to wait as long as I do to see how it's going to come out, but that's my plan for that. Okay, next is our butterfly here. This butterfly mold is gorgeous. I've had it, it's probably the one I've had the longest that I haven't poured, and I was just thinking about how to do it today, and what we're going to do is a little bit of a beach scene. But we're going to do a little bit, since we have to do more than 1 pour with this, I figured, well, what the heck, we may as well do it with the butterfly as well. And I'm going to fill in a few of these areas in the butterfly and around the edge with one thing, and then I'm going to let that cure, and then we're going to come back and finish it. So this will be 2-part, this will be 2-part. This is only going to be 1 part, easy pour. You all know that I got an order in from Dianka Pours, and this pink sugar glitter came with it. I ordered some of that. It glows in the dark. So this jeweled mold, and we're just going to have to watch that lip right there, because that's going to be a good source for bubbles. So that's the only thing we have to watch on this mold. But we're going to pour this mold in the glitter. The pink sugar glitter from Dianka Pours. We're going to pour that. I'm going to use this Excellence White for around the edges of the butterfly, and then at the end we'll try to see if we can't do some waves with that Excellence White as well. And I have this glitter out, which is the Seriously Shimmery from Glitz N'Glitter by Michelle. She makes awesome glitters as well, and I'm going to try a little bit of that in these in those little jewels on right here. I have a few little just shells picked out. I'm going to try to put some in there for the beach scene. So that's what I have in mind today. I'm going to mix up some resin, and we will get it in the vacuum chamber, and we'll get going. So I'll be right back with you. Hey, decided to bring you back before we put it in the vacuum chamber, just show you the sterling silver color that we're going to be using, this mica powder. And I did not dissolve it in alcohol first, like I usually like to do that, but I forgot to do that. So we're just going to go ahead and mix it ourselves. This is about 4 ounces. Now this is for the sides of our little dish here. Look at that sterling silver. It looks like metal. So beautiful. I already mixed the resin for about 4 minutes, but I have to mix it for at least another 1 to 2 because you have to make sure that this mica powder is really mixed in there really well. You don't want any floating because that would take away from the effect that we're trying to achieve, which is to make it look like metal. It's going to be wood and metal dish. And okay, so that's that one. Okay, how's that? Beautiful. Look at that color. Ah, so stunning. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in the vacuum chamber, clean out my mold. I shouldn't have put that in the resin over top of my mold, or I should have turned the molds over, because even the butterfly now has to be cleaned again because I just got some mica in it. So I have to clean them out. I'll put this in the vacuum chamber, and then I will be back with you in just a second. Okay, we have our silver, our sterling silver. Look at that. Look at that color. Oh my goodness. It looks like melted liquid sterling silver. That's a good name for it. Okay, so we're going to pour the sides of this now. And I was thinking maybe we should brush the edges in silver, but if we do that, it'll just need the top of these edges brushed, because we're gonna, the paper, the wooden veneer, maybe just the top or the bottom in this case of the sides will brush after we do the first layer, because the wood veneer will lay, you know, down probably about 1/2 inch into before the base. So I don't know, we're gonna have to wait and see how that goes. But let's go ahead and pour this silver. We're just gonna try to keep it off the back as much as possible. We'll have to get our silicone tool in there too to make sure that we get rid of the bubbles. There shouldn't be bubbles because I put it in the vacuum chamber. It was in there for about 7 minutes, but pardon my hand, folks. I'll have to get the squeegee to clean that back off too. Wow, this is gonna look so cool, you guys. At least I hope it will. Okay, so we're gonna get this off the back here as much as we can. We want it filled up to the to make that level, so when we add our bottom there, it won't be too difficult to get in there. I may have to actually take a few drops out. I don't know, and then we'll clean this off really well before we put that wood veneer in there. Okay. Well, yeah. You know what? It's not terrible, but I'm just gonna take like just a few little scoops, nothing major. I just want it to be even. I want it to be up to the level of the bottom, but definitely not over. And then we will let this cure. When this cures, we'll come back and we'll finish this. Okay? Okay, I'm back. I wanted to show you what we're going to do with this extra couple of ounces that we have here. Somebody had left a comment on my page about this bunny looking like Bugs Bunny, reminding him of Bugs Bunny, that cartoon where he spun his ears together. So, which it totally did, totally brought me back. So we're going to pour this into the bunny. That's what we're going to do. We're going to try to make him look like Bugs Bunny a little. I thought that was a great idea. So whoever recommended that, thanks you for the idea, because I would have never went to get the bunny for this extra resin that we have. Okay, we still have a little bit more, so I'll find something really small. It's only about maybe 1/2 ounce in there, so I'll go ahead and take care of that, and then I'll be back with you for the butterfly again in just a moment. Okay, I'm back. Let's go ahead and work on the butterfly now. So I cleaned out the silver mica powder that I got in there, the sterling silver. And what we're going to do, I was debating whether to pipe the edge of white or to pour. I'm going to try to just pour it of this white, of this clear resin in here. And these are going to be to try to fill just a couple of these. This one will have shells, and then these will have that Seriously Shimmer glitter, because I was going to put some iridescent flakes in there, but I decided that since we're using Glitz N'Glitter's molds, I'm going to try to stick with Michelle's glitter, and this one is what I'm looking for. It's something small, glittery, sparkly, that'll fit in those little petals. So that's what we're trying. That's what I'm trying to accomplish with the butterfly anyway. All right, so we're going to mix in some white pigment just for the edge. I want the edge, I want the whole butterfly to seem like there's an edge, a foamy ocean edge on it. And we'll go in hopefully and put some waves in as well when we're all finished. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to try it. That's what I have in my mind. Okay, so that's all scraped out. Let's go ahead and add some white to this one. We are using Excellence White by Dianka Pores. This white is so excellent for lacing. See, and sometimes you'll see it sits, so you have to stir it. This is a little bit thicker, you could tell. Don't need much at all. And we are not trying to accomplish that lacing effect. Not right now, anyway. At the end, we will, but not right now. Right now, I just want to get a heavy white border on this. So, I'm just going to use what's left on the stick. Wiped it off really well. And all that's left was what's on the stick. There we go. So that's what I want. I'm kind of looking for that right there. So that'll be for our edge. I'm going to go all the way around the edge. I'd like that to thicken up just a little bit so that it kind of stays where I'm going to pour it. Ha ha ha. Resin stay in one place? Never. But I'd like it to stay as much as it can around the edge. I thought about just painting the edge white, just brushing the mold with white on the edge. I thought about that as well, but I kind of wanted something a little bit thicker than that, and I didn't want to get the white into the parts that are going to be ocean. So anyway, all right, and then with this, we're going to take the glitter, and I'll show you what I have in mind here. This one I want to do shells, and maybe this one, maybe shells too. Maybe this one shells, but the rest are going to be just the glitter. The shimmery glitter is what I'm looking for. See, it's nice and thick. That's what we're looking for, because I want to fill in these jewels on this mold. Yep. You know what? I'm even going to do a little bit more just to make it a little bit thicker. I don't know if you could see that. Yeah, see? It's a little bit thick. And that's good. I'm not going to add glue. We don't need to, because we want it to sink. We want it to be on the front of these jewels. So just put a few drops in there. And we'll get our silicone stick and we'll mix it up a little. We'll put some iridescent glitter in there. And then in here, I hope this is going to be nice. It's nice in my mind anyway. So, I don't know, we'll see how it comes out. All right. I didn't save a drop of clear. I wanted to say a drop of clear to mix it with these seashells. So I'm going to place these so that when I do my next pour, I remember that I have to put a little drop of clear over these, or in this area. I thought about doing this with UV resin, this area, but I just figured we'll just go for it. We will just go for it with the epoxy. The epoxy I'm using today is Let's Resin. It's their normal, just their regular epoxy. It's a 1-to-1 ratio by volume. For this part, I only mixed up 2 ounces. Let's see if I can get my little tool here. I'll spread that out a little. There we go. There, that's good, that's good. That's good. Forgot that one, so we're gonna use that one too. Okay, so I filled that one. Now they're all filled. Just have a little tiny bit left, so I'll probably go find a mold for this. And I don't know if we'll be able to see those shells if I add this glitter to the shell. Oh, I'd rather keep that clear. Okay, so next time I mix, I'll go ahead and pour a little bit of clear in here just to cover this. And that big one is not going to work for me. That big abalone shell piece right there. So let's get that out. We could put maybe a tinier one in there. Let's see. Okay. So, how's that? Okay, that'll be good. I'm going to, let's see, this should be getting a little bit thick. And we're going to pour this all along the way. I was going to pipe it out of a bag. I hope I don't regret not doing that, because I know that would definitely work. But we're going to just pipe it around the edges. And then we're going to let all of this cure, and we'll come back, we'll put the bottom on this, and we'll finish pouring the butterfly, and then we'll be all set. We'll be caught up, and then we'll go ahead and pour the other one, the other dish that we're making with the pink sugar glitter as well, the glow in the dark one. I can't wait to see how that glow in the dark effect is. Enough yet. I really would like it to be thicker. I don't want it to run. Right now if I pour it, it's just gonna run. It's not thick enough. So I'm gonna let this get thick, and then I will just gonna take it around the edges and pour all in there, and then let that sit. I'll see you folks in just a bit. I decided to go ahead and do some UV resin in this little guy down here, because it would also help to keep it from floating, because I didn't remember to save some clear before. So we're going to go ahead and just this one petal right here, this one little jewel on the butterfly. We're going to put this, we just want to make sure that we cure it well. Oh, look, it's already curing. I was going to move that shell. Nope, no time. It's already cured. See how quick that was? That's UV resin. And this is the hard type. High viscosity. I think either would have been fine, though. It's just a little jewel area that we're trying to pour into. But okay. That's all I wanted to show you, is that we're going to brought you back to show you that we're going to do that with UV. And we'll be pouring that white as soon as it gets a little bit thicker. Okay, see you back in a few. Okay, I wanted to bring you back to show you what I'm doing with this. So I went ahead and put the white around the edge, and I did not pipe it, I just poured it. But I'm going to show you what I've been doing, and I'll do this until it gets, thicker. But I'm basically just brushing this white towards the edge, as close to that edge and up the sides as possible. So I know that I wish you could see what I'm thinking of when I create this, but hopefully you'll see at the end. Hopefully it comes out exactly the way I picture it, but that's rare, right? With resin, that's very rare. Okay, so I'm just gonna continue watching this and babysitting it, and I'm just going to keep bringing that white back up to the sides and in that crevice along the edge, because I want a heavy white line all the way around our butterfly, like the froth of the water of the beach, all around the whole butterfly. But if you don't have this mold, I highly recommend it. It is a lot of fun. It's a really pretty thick mold too, so you can pour it all different thicknesses. You don't have to fill it up all the way. You can just, you know, fill it up halfway and still have a beautiful piece. So there's a lot you can do with this. The galaxy theme would be great with this butterfly. Would be great as well. So, okay, I just wanted to share with you guys of what I'm doing around these edges. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to keep doing this until it's pretty set, and then we'll go on to the next part. I'm just trying to get the white froth around the edges of the butterfly. So that's what I'm going for. Welcome back. Okay, is what we have so far. I painted the inside rim of this in the silver, in the sterling silver, and cleaned this all up. Got out as much as possible. It's hard to get it all out, but you have to just try your best. And then I cleaned this up a little. I ended up taking out some of the white from along a few areas because I didn't want it to be all the way around, I decided. And I did try to paint on a little bit of the white by Let's Resin also, just to try to see how that would come out. So we have some white poured around most of it, and then there's a few spots where I painted in the white to see if that would give us a good effect as well. You saw me do the UV there. Okay, so let's continue down this path of experiment. We have the wood veneer. This is the side that's going to be going up, so that'll be going face down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some resin on this side, kind of like you're buttering toast, because I want to try to alleviate as many bubbles as possible. And then we will be done with this as soon as we put this bottom on and pour in the last layer. This will be a two-step pour on this one. Okay, so then we're gonna put it here, and I'm gonna cross my fingers and say a prayer that we don't get any bubbles underneath there. And then we'll just pour this over, and it will fill that up. Ah, there we go. And it's okay that the powder from the sides is floating. I don't mind that at all. This is going to be the bottom. I did shake it out, but I didn't want to shake it too much because I didn't want this powder to go on the area that I just cleared off. So again, this is very experimental here, so we'll see. There we go. Okay, we'll make sure that that doesn't float up, and then we'll go ahead and spray that with some alcohol and pop the bubbles. We'll work on our butterfly now. So what we're going to do is we're going to use some alcohol inks, and I'm going to make some aqua, some blue, and then some sand color. Beige probably for the sand. In the sand color, I may go ahead and actually add some sand as well. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add glue to these three, because I would like everybody to stay in their lanes just a little. Would like the alcohol inks to stay, you know, part of it darker, part of it lighter, part of it sandy, clear. Let me go ahead and grab the inks. Okay, so I'm gonna just use for the sand area, we're gonna use the Coffee by Let's Resin, just like a drop, because I really don't want this to be dark at all, just to prove what it is. And then we're going to be using, I got my new Marabou ink set in. I've never used these before, and I'm very excited to try them out. So I'm going to try these as well. And I think we're going to do one in the turquoise. There's turquoise and there's aqua. Aqua green or turquoise. Let's go turquoise. Oops, sorry guys. Let's go turquoise. That's black. We can't use black. Blue. We'll use blue. Okay. So we'll use these three colors. This will be the blue. This will be the darker color. Should be. Okay. I think I just did 4 drops of that. And then the aqua, which will keep a little bit lighter, which it is lighter. Actually, look at that. It's a lot lighter. This will be the sand. And what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to add a little bit of sand in this. Yeah, I think we can add a little bit of sand in there. Maybe I should add a little bit of yellow too. That's not very dark at all. That's okay. I didn't really want it dark. But that's almost clear, essentially. But I'm just going to stay with my 1 drop because I don't want to ruin it. And I still can play with that a little. This is the blue. That's not going to be dark enough for me. I really want that blue to be dark. Yeah, let's add another couple drops of the blue. Get it down the side of the cup. It's beautiful blue though, isn't it? Just beautiful. Okay, and then let's do the aqua. It's very light. I was really hoping that would be a little bit heavier too. Okay, let's add a few more drops of the aqua. And I'm probably going to have to make up more resin because I don't think that this is going to be enough. I didn't know how many ounces this one holds. My wood veneer is coming up. This may not work out. I don't know. I have starting to see a little bit of doubt here, but I don't know. Not going to give up yet. Okay. Just have to keep sticking it back down. So let's add some glue and see what we come up with. Just going to add 2 drops. And then I believe we're going to get some sand, and we're going to add some sand in here. Just a little sand. It's a medium. I don't want it to look like, to be heavy. You know what I mean? Like when you do, you can make it, the sand stay where you want it if you make it a little bit thicker and stuff, but I don't want that feel of heaviness. So I like that a lot. Hopefully the glue will have it stay where I put it. I don't know. So we'll see how that goes. And then let's stir these up from adding the glue. There we go. And then the lighter color, the lighter aqua. I think I'm going to add a little bit of that was the turquoise. I think I'm going to add a little bit of the aqua green. I just not happy with that color. And when you add the glue, you know it gets to be like hair gel or slime. So it does get a little bit thicker. So this is going to be a very interesting pour. I think I'm going to have to make some more resin up, but let's continue anyway. My thought is to go darker color here, and then a little bit lighter, and then a beach scene here, the beachy feel, and then lighter and then darker. So darker from the outside going into the beach scene. That's what I'm picturing. I guess let's go ahead and see what we can do. There we go. Wipe this stick off, wipe this one off, and just get everything ready so that I can try to do it as quickly as possible. It's a race against the resin. That's for sure. So let's go to keep everybody in their own kind of area, but you know, it's not gonna work out that way probably by the time we're done because of all the movement that happens in resin. Gonna pop those bubbles. What do y'all think? Do you think it's going to come out okay or not? Do you think I totally messed this whole thing up? What are you thinking? Tell me in the comments. What would you have done differently? Now that you can kind of see what I was envisioning, what would you have done differently? Any hints out there? Any tips, tricks? I know you guys have probably poured a lot like this before. Somebody has, I'm sure. We have some floating metallic from doing this right next to the butterfly. My bad. Oh well, it'll be okay. Butterfly needs to have some sparkly things too. What do you guys think? Tell me, tell me. My wood is staying down now, finally. So that's good. Hopefully we don't have any bubbles trapped underneath there. I really hope we don't have bubbles trapped under there. That's it for now, folks. I'm not going to make more right now and add to this. I'm going to let this be just for a little bit. And then I will probably go ahead and do the same thing one more time with the dark blue, the light blue, and the beach color. And then I'll pour one more layer when it's tacky, not when it's completely cured. I'll just let it tacky. I want to put another layer on it because we still have about a half an inch. I do want this one to be a little bit thicker of a butterfly. That's why this mold is so versatile. You can make it so many different depths. I'm going to go ahead and add some more after it gets to the tacky spot. I'll do the same thing. Same kind of pour with the blue and the aqua and the clear sand. Or it was one drop of the coffee alcohol ink by Let's Resin that got us to this shade with the sand, with a little bit of sand in. Not a lot of sand, just a little bit of sand. That's all for now. We have to just wait and see what happens. We'll let this get a little bit tacky and then we'll come back and we'll do one more layer of the butterfly. You don't think I should add a black layer on there, do you? No, it'd probably be too dark. Kind of looks cool though, doesn't it? Looks like a beach in the middle. Looks like a sandy, the area that you can wade out to, you know? I don't know. I think it looks interesting. I'm really curious to see the seashells on the bottom that we put, which will actually be the top when we demold. Curious to see how that is too. So, okay folks, that's it. I'll see you back here in just a few. Why don't we go ahead and look at today's comment.
Nails and turtles, trays and art, every piece made from the heart. From the farm to the craft we show, pour by pour the colors flow. Every day a brand new glow, creating art.
Hello, welcome back. Okay, so I'm bringing you back so that we could do that third mold now that we got the other two started. We got the butterfly going. That's working. It's worked on. It's getting there. We have the soap dish, which we're doing in like a silver and wood. And so if you remember correctly, I said we're going to do this little, all these molds came from Glitz N'Glitter by Michelle over at Michelle and Don's. They do a beautiful job with their molds, and they have a very large selection that are very reasonably priced. And we're going to pour this one in the glitter that I just got in from Dianka Pours, the pink sugar glitter, because it's glow in the dark. And I'm Really curious to see how that's going to be. I made up 6 ounces of Let's Resin epoxy, their normal everyday epoxy. It's a 1-to-1 by volume, so it was 3 ounces of each. And we're going to be using glue in this application here so that we can keep the glitter from sinking all to the bottom of our project. Yeah, we're gonna take Michelle's cue here and use a lot of glitter. Oh heavens, that's not enough. Look at that. Now we gotta have a little bit more than that, I think. A little bit more than that. Let's add a little bit more. And then there's 6 ounces in here, so I'm going to do 6 drops of glue. Ooh, look at that. Is that beautiful? Stunning. Okay, folks. What do y'all think? Is that good? Okay. Let's go ahead and add some glue. We're going to add 6 drops because this is about 6 ounces. So let's go. We're going to stir it and you'll see what I mean. How it just takes a second. See, it's already thick. See? Just that fast. It's that fast, and it just gets to be like hair gel or slime. Okay, folks, we are ready to pour. I'm going to spray the inside of this mold with alcohol to alleviate bubbles. I don't usually do that too much with my handmade molds. I don't usually spray alcohol in them too often, but I really don't want bubbles. This was in the vacuum chamber, but then I added glitter after the fact. So, oh well. Okay, let's pour this. I think I can already tell I'm going to have a lot left over. I hope you guys can see what I see. And that is just stunning. I'm going to try to move our butterfly up for a bit so that I can get this more in the picture for you. Is that better? Okay. I think I'm going to have to get my silicone tool and get down in there. Lots of extra. Did not need this much. Story of my life. I'm either have way too much or not enough. It always goes that way. Wow, that is such a pretty, pretty color. A little bit more. And I have about 2 ounces left, so this probably was about 4 ounces. I'm going to spritz with alcohol just to knock out some of those bubbles as they come up to the surface as it degasses. Okay, that's it, you guys. I am going to find a mold to pour this little bit of extra in. I will get something for us, something creative. I'll see you guys for demold. Okay, welcome back. So I found something to put the extra of our pink glitter in, and it is also a Glitz N'Glitter mold. So that's exciting. It's the Dove trinket tray. So we poured the extra in there, and I actually need about another ounce. So since I was going to pour a second layer on this, I made up an extra ounce just to put in the trinket tray so that would be full too. It's maddening. I don't know why I do this all the time. I make too much, then I need an extra, and then I pour in an extra, and I need more. Sound familiar to anybody out there? Do you guys do that too? Why don't you tell me in the comments if you guys do that too, so I don't feel so bad, because I feel bad. I do this like every day. This happens to me. Would like to know that I'm not alone in this situation. I'd really like to know that I'm not alone. So can you guys tell me if you do that too, so I don't feel like so bad? All right, I need to pause 1 second and get my sleeves on, because I want to get my PPE, keep myself protected here. Okay, so that's the brown. We're going to add a little bit of sand. This is for the second layer of this butterfly that we're going to pour, because it's tacky. Like it won't leave a fingerprint, but it's definitely not cured all the way. So we're going to pour a second pouring into this, and I'm hoping it'll give us a really good effect. Like if we have like a layered. My phone died. I had to go and switch out to hubby's phone. Thank goodness he was home so that I could tape the rest of this part for you instead of saying, oh, my phone died again, you guys. I can't tape. I do also have a backup camera that I just got, so I'm working on that under the advice of my one friend, Lauren. So we're going to have that camera as a backup too eventually. We're going to add about 2 drops per cup because there's about 2 ounces in each cup. I'm going to add a little bit of sand to that brown. And we're going to get going because time is wasting. Not wasting, but time is moving. Let's put a little bit of sand in here like last time. I don't want it to be very thick with sand. You know how when you are doing your beach scenes and you do it with sand and you put in so much to where it is thick so it doesn't move as much? That's not the look I'm going for now. I'm going for a different kind of thing. I'm going for just a sandy color. And I know it'll probably sink, right? But we're going to try the glue and see if that helps too. But this is the second layer on this butterfly, so we'll see how that goes. Those drops were kind of small, so that's why I added another one. There we go. That's better. Okay. It's ready to pour. We're going to stay with the same kind of thing. We're going to go a little bit darker and then lighter as we go to the center. That's my goal. So I'm going to take the sticks out here. Try not to get resin in my other projects while they're curing. That one needs to be sprayed. There we go. There we go. Pardon my reach. Tell me in the comments if you do that too. If you go, you don't have enough, so you make up some more, then you make up too much, you don't have enough for your extra, so you have to make up some more for the extra that you just made. Do you do that too? Am I alone in that? I mean, I might be, but certainly I would hope that I'm not alone. Anyway, okay. So let's do this. I'm going to try to do this as quickly as possible so that we get everything where we want it. All right. Whoa, I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. I'm making a mess. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to do right there. Okay, well, that's it, folks. That's about as full as I'm going to take it. We're not going to dome it, and it's not quite up to the tippy top, but that's as full as I'm going to go because I kind of like what it's doing here. Maybe add a little bit more of this color in here. I'm hoping we get some nice layer effect looking effect. I can't imagine. Kind of looks like beachy, doesn't it? It really does. I really like the way that that's looking right now. I really like that a lot. I have a little bit left over here, maybe about a ½ ounce to 1 ounce. So I'm going to find a mold for that, put that in, and then we're going to let this cure, and I'll be back with you guys for demold. This is going to be an exciting demold. Tell me in the comments if you think that this is going to work the way that I'm hoping that it does, and let me know if you guys do that with the resin as well. I'm anxious to hear from you all about that. So okay, we'll be back with you to demold in just a few minutes. Okay, we're back. I'm so excited. This is going to be so much fun. This was a really large pour. So we're all finished now. It was a few steps, but we got here, you guys. So let's demold. I did do off camera the extras. So the parts that you didn't see, I poured this was the extra from this. That's the one that I didn't have quite enough for. So then when I finished the butterfly, I made an extra ounce to put in here. So that one's finished. That's also a Glitz and Glitter mold. All of these molds, every single mold that I do today is from Glitz and Glitter by Michelle. So that's awesome. And if you want to check out her molds, please do so on the eBay site, because she really has a great selection. And they're very nice handmade molds. Let's go. So this is a little turtle, and this was left over from the brown in the butterfly. I have a little bit of an overpour there. Ooh, look, you guys. Okay, well, I'll have to trim that for sure. Can you see him? Oh, look at him sparkle. He is amazing, isn't he? We will go ahead and make him into a magnet for sure. Okay, and let's do the butterfly next. This is the blue butterfly left from the blue in there. And again, Glitz and Glitter molds. Ooh, you guys, look at that. It's beautiful. And this was the, what was this? Because there's a little bit of brown in it, but so pretty. So pretty. Okay, set that down. Let's do, oh, one more extra. The bears, the 3 bears, as I call it. And these are, again, Glitz and Glitter mold. Look at that. This is the silver from our tray. Aw, they're adorable. Look at that. They're just adorable. Okay. That's that. Since this is an extra, let's go ahead and do this one next. This is a pretty large mold. To get suction, a little bit of suction going on in there. So there we go. And we will have to see if these glow in the dark. Sorry, folks, I need to do this one. I can't do this one under the camera and get it out. It just isn't working. Okay, so that's the mold. Really shiny. See how shiny that is? Okay, so here we go. This will just need to be trimmed down a little. File off that edge so nobody gets cut. Ooh, look at that. So pretty. This will be pretty in a powder room with maybe some soaps and stuff. It'd be very nice. And I'm going to see if it glows in the dark for you in a little bit. So for now, we'll just have to see him in the light, but we'll see him in the dark. I'll take a picture at the end. I'll take one in the dark so you can see it in the end. Okay, since we're on the pink, let's go ahead and do this. Wow. And we have no bubbles on that lip. Usually I have some bubbles on the lip. You know, it's hard to get, but there's no bubbles on the lip this time, so that's kind of nice. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Let's get the bottom out. Suction again. Sorry, hang on just a second. There we go. Ooh, look at that. You guys, look at that. That's beautiful. Oh, is that beautiful? Let's see if the top fits. Hang on. Oh, come on. It's got to fit. Don't do this. Don't do this. It's not even warm, so I can't even maneuver it anymore. Just a second. Okay, well, the lid doesn't stay on too well. So I'm going to try to fix that. I'm going to just file down that little bit of edge and see if we can't get that to fit in there better. But this would look best probably in alcohol inks, and a mica powder would be nice, or a pigment paste, but definitely I don't think glitter is hitting it out of the park for me. It's really not. But, you know, it's still a cute little box, and I will find something to do with that as well. And I'll get you some pictures of the glow in the dark when we're finished. Okay, so I think I'm more curious about this one, but I'm more excited about this one. So let's do this one next. And this is our soap dish mold. Oh. Okay, sorry. I need to bring it closer to me because of the suction that's in there. Okay. Okay, here we go. This is with the wood veneer in the bottom and the sterling silver sides. So, ready? Oh, I'll see. I didn't do too good of a cleanup job there with that, but that's okay. Look at that for my first one. Trying this. There's no bubbles on the side at all. No bubbles, so that is huge. Bottom looks okay. Just that one little spot right there. Oh, it's annoying. I really like this, so it's unfortunate. That little spot is unfortunate. The rest I can handle. You know, I could live with little bits here and there, but I should have done a better cleanup job for that. I didn't see that, or I definitely would have got that because that's pretty big. But anyway, now we know. And we'll bling it up just a little. So I'll show you that when we're finished. Okay, let's go. This is the one that I've been waiting for. I'm sure you guys have been waiting for. And let's take a look at it and see what we got. You hear those facets releasing. I love that sound. Wow. Look at that, you guys. It's kind of like what I was picturing, in a way. I wanted to get white up the sides more, but it's okay. Not bad, not terrible, not terrible. My plan then was to go and create some waves in here and there. What is that? Oh, that's just, that's the shell. I'm trying to get it off. Telling you guys, when your eyes go, it's just a bummer. That one was I put some shells in there, some abalone shell and stuff. So that was a good idea, except that one is very shiny. It makes it look like something's on it. But, well, anyway, I think the white is a little bit heavy. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure. It might grow on me. What do you guys think? Can you tell me in the comments? I want to call it a blooper, but then again, I don't really want to call it a blooper. I mean, it kind of is growing on me a little. It didn't help to brush the white, though. I can tell you that, because you can't see that at all. But if this was smooth, I'd be able to do the waves. I don't think we're going to be able to do waves with all of these facets that are in here. So we won't be making waves. But look at these. These are very nice with the glitter. So I think what we'll do next time is we'll pour those, and we'll pour some glitter in there. Maybe we'll make it a dark background so it pops more. So I'm not going to do anything with this because I'm not really happy with the way it came out. It is kind of what I was picturing in my mind, but it's just not hitting it out of the park for me. But that's okay. That's how we find out, you know, how we're doing and what we like, right? But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think about that one. I'm kind of on the fence. I am really kind of on the fence. But yeah, let me know. If anybody has use for this, let me know that too. Because I'm not sure how I feel. Okay. That's it, folks. That's it. we're all done. I hope you learned something. If nothing else, I hope you learned something. And I will get some pictures of these, put them at the end, and we'll see you next time. Remember, be productive. It's always good to be productive. Get stuff done. Be productive. Take care of yourself. That's really important. And take care of each other, please. Okay? You guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your Easter holiday. And I'll see you next time at Homestead Resin. Bye-bye now. Okay, I brought you back. Sorry. One more thing. We forgot about the bunny. We were trying to do Bugs Bunny, remember? I'm going to spray some alcohol in him because I need to loosen up those ears down there so we don't break them. He's not warm at all, so he won't break, but it'll be easier to demold if we... Okay, here we go. And I just like to get my fingers in there, and then I twist a little and pull, and it comes right out. Oh, look at him. Look at our Bugs Bunny. Oh my goodness gracious, is he adorable. Oh, you guys, he's precious. I like that. Whoever suggested that, thank you again. That was a great idea. We're going to highlight him with some white and try to get him to look like Bugs Bunny as much as we can. So, okay, that's it. Get ready for the pictures. They're coming up next.
Place 2-part epoxy, measure A and B. Stir it slow, no bubbles chasing me. Shimmering dreams in a mixing cup. Heat gun whisper makes them rise up. Pigment drops and alcohol ink. Mica powder makes the edges. From liquid glass to a crystal sea, every pore tells a story in me. Pour it slow, let it flow, watch it start to bleed. Sparkling rivers in a resin dream.
Mixing pigment, mica and ink, swirling sails on the riverbank brink.
Shine so bright like heaven's light above, crafted with patience, faith, and love. Lever me law, let a cure just right. We're casting miracles in UV light. Wooden resin, edge grain line, ocean wave, geo-design, glitter flakes and gold leaf shine, embedded flowers pressed in time.
Torch the surface, pop each flaw, dawning coats with perfect awe. From coasters to trays, bookmarks too.
Every handmade piece feels near the love for me to you.
Dawning coats with perfect awe.
From coasters to trays, bookmarks too. Every handmade piece feels new. Like a mustard seed, small but strong. Faith in the craft keeps me moving on. Through every layer, clear and true, there's a little bit of heaven shining through. Pour it slow, let it flow, let the colors sing, shimmering in a resin ring. True. To art, creation glow inside my heart.
Seal it, sand it, polish bright. We're pouring blessings into life.